an opportunity that we can't pass on.
Tiei mauri ora, Manawatū, Manawatoka, Manawatoka. Tēnei hoki tō manawa kātēna, tēnei hoki tō manawa kātoka. Tēnei hoki tō manawa kā pautai aki, te ina noho tō manawa he ora. Haumi e hui e tae ki e. Tēnā koe, nau mahara mai. Welcome to Hutt Valley, Fraser Park, where we have Franklin against Manawatū in Game 10.
Well, kia ora, Bevan, and thank you for that great mihi to get us underway here on day one of competition. It is the Softball New Zealand presentation of the Under-17 Boys National Championship here. And on day one, we're up to Game 10 on the schedule. Franklin taking on Manawatū in this game, as you heard just before. Joining us in commentary, my good friend here, former Black Sox, Bevan Martini, but currently the New Zealand High Performance General Manager these days, helping us out in commentary and, of course, in Te Reo Māori. I'm Jason Gerbes, a.k.a. Chopper, as Manawatū will get their scoring started here in the top of the first innings, Bevan.
Yeah, some great opportunity that their lead-off batter got on. They bunted him over to second, and then just a great base hitter right up the middle there by Henry Herbert. To score the runner, and an error in centre field by Joshua Vivian, and then gets round to 3. So great start for Manawatū.
Fantastic indeed. So on the board, early miss forward, she says, for Manawatū here, as they're taking on the might of Franklin. Franklin, a very good team this week, and we expect big things to come out of them. They were a tough luck loss in their early game today against Counties Manukau, but today they'll fancy their chances against the boys from Manawatū here. Manawatū, though, as you can see, they've got a different thought about it. As a hit up the middle, and just like that, Bevan, in a blink of the eye, they double their score.
Yeah, done a great job there by Aidan Heiema. He just did, nothing spectacular, just making contact, driving the ball up the middle again, and driving in Henare. So, well done, Manawatū.
Well done indeed, and as the crew builds here at Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting, really happy to partner with Atiawa Toa FM this week to bring you all of the games live. Hard hit ball. Woo! Down the line there. Atiawa Toa FM partnering with Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting to give you all these live games from Fraser Ballpark throughout the duration of the tournament. And thank you, of course, to Whakaata Māori, Māori Active YouTube channel, always supporting the rangatahi in sport, and especially in this case, Poiuka softball. Ground ball, and a play up the middle to get the lead runner, but unable to double him off down at first base.
Nei, he tino pai. Sebastian McFarlane. Kia mai te poro, whio te poro ki te paparua.
Well, Bevan, I know it's only early in the tournament here, but your impressions so far of the 2025 edition of the U17 Boys National Tournament?
It's been not too bad, Chopper. Great start. I think the games have been quite quick, actually, to be honest with you. Keeping on time, which is unusual. Things have been sort of been a bit delayed, but these teams are getting on with the game. Some quick games are getting done, getting within hour and a half. So it's been good. Calibre of ball is definitely competing up there with the under-19s. So, yeah, great to see.
Great to see indeed. And you can see on that home plate camera The sky is beautiful here in the 04 at the moment, 18 degrees Celsius. I've just come from being outside and it feels a little warmer, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not as warm as up in Franklin here at Pukekohe, but it was quite cool. The old southerly breeze coming in this morning. So there was a few thick jackets on this morning here at the ballpark, but now it's sort of burnt off and it's got very hot. Very good here. Bring your sun umbrella and your sunscreen because you're going to need it. So, 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
This one down low on the inside edge. Pitching staff today for Franklin. We've got Temia Haira Hepi on the hill here with his battery pairing behind the dish. Zeb McFarlane. First base for the boys from Franklin. So we see this pitch on the outside edge. We'll actually stay with you here and give you the lineups for today. Bevan, you might want to should we do Manawatū's defensive lineup first, mate?
Certainly. So for Manawatū, we have on the hill Callum Cribb pitching to Iso Hartley. At first base, Joseph Potter. Second base, Manaki Rapira. At third, Joshua Belcher. In left field, Landon Poynton Guide. Centre field, Baxter Walker. And in right field, Aidan Hayema. With the reserves, Javan Hill, Lachlan Dreeny, Utanga, Tyler Matthews and Lachlan Walker for Manawatū.
So a good lineup. The head coach, Scott Poynton, Gareth Greenfield, the assistant coach this week, and Karina Herbert is their manager. Offensively, Bevan, for Franklin.
So Franklin's coming in, having Ryan Morgan leading off, Joshua Vivian at second, Xavier Haddon at third, in the clean-up spot, Sebastian McFarlane. I think he hit a huge one this morning,
Yeah,
Chopper.
he did.
Shane Walker, hey at DP, hitting 5. Te Mihaya Hepi at 6. Mason Tuhuru at 7. Caden Tefioro at 8. And 9 in the last spot, Nathan Williams. And on the hill and getting the DP is Henry Chapman, who's playing first base.
So you can see coach for Franklin this year, Michael Webb, will have the duties there. Derek McFarlane, assistant coach. Amco Bristol is their manager at Franklin this year. And the ever-lovable Mel McFarlane is their scorer. So those are 2 teams here for our 3 p.m. game on day 1 on the schedule, game number 10 here. We are slated for 55 games through 4 days of play here at the 2025 Under-17 Boys National Championship. Bevan, before I go any further though, mate, 15 teams.
Oh, it's outstanding to see, Chopper. Ngārohi o Aotearoa, they're all here. Southland, Otago, Canterbury, Nelson, and then you're just going up through the North Island, exactly the same. So great to see Wellington, Hutt Valley, Hawke's Bay, Manawatū, Wanganui, Waikato, North Harbour, Auckland Counties, Franklin. I think I covered them all there, Chopper. I think I got the 15. Aroa mai if I miss one out, wānau.
I tell you what, it's a good problem to have, my friend, trying to count so many teams this year. It is simply fantastic. We had a chat to them at the managers' meeting last night, just congratulating them, their families, and the effort it takes to come along to a national championship. And it's so good to have so many teams here this year.
Yeah, and it's great to see too, especially our minor associations attending these tournaments. It makes it quite healthy for us in the future to see under-17s having 15, especially at the boys' side of it, and 10 at 19s last week. So very healthy to see, and hopefully these minor associations can continue on, and then in a few years, Chopper, who knows, we may see more than just 5 or 6 teams turn up to our NFC. So
yeah, you did
great
right.
to see.
Yeah, really looking forward to the growth of the game of softball Poiuka here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Bottom of the first innings. And the strikeout. First batter here from the pitching from Manawatū, Callum Cribb. Like what I see early.
Ai, he tino pai. Te poro ki raro. He's got a great drop ball there. He's keeping it low. And he'll need to do that. He'll need to be careful with these Franklin hitters. But he tino pai te kaipa Callum.
True indeed. So up to bat now for Franklin. Joshua Vivian, starting centre fielder for Franklin.
Well-known whānau name, Cribb,
Yeah.
in Manawatū.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we played against a few Cribbs in our day,
You sure did.
Chopper from Manawatū.
Yeah,
So,
good friend of mine, Te Uru. Yeah, there's plenty of them, that's for sure. Fielding, I think, is where their whānau's from, in the Manawatū.
Yep. So it's great to see that generations are still going on with Poiuka.
This one just gets away. Bevan, we've introduced both teams out there. Of course, there's a third team out there. Who we got?
We got Eli Lesperance behind the dish and Heidi Leafhart at first base. Great to see our Blues here. Obviously, if we haven't got our Blues and our official scorers, they struggle to play this competition. So thank you for their time and commitment showing up to be here for this tournament to happen, Chopper.
Yeah, simply outstanding indeed. And as they have got, I think it's about 11 or 12 umpires here this week. And boy, oh boy, I don't mind saying it, some of the best we've got in the country.
Okay, and you know, you talk about some of the best. I walked in the office just before and there's Ginge, Wayne Saunders,
oh, wow.
sitting there. Right, e tino pai te kaipa Callum Cribb. Hai, e rua.
Two up, two down, all via the strikeout from Callum Cribb. What a start for the boys from Manawatū, that's for sure. That'll bring up the bat Xavier Haddon, starting shortstop for Franklin. I tell you what, if you've not seen a young Xavier play before, he is exciting.
Yeah, very quick. He played second. I think he played third base, second base last week. Chopper at the under-19s.
Yeah.
A very skillful young man coming through the grades. It was great to see. And yeah, definitely, you know, Manawatū will need to stay on their toes once he starts running.
This one down low. So it counts 1 ball and 1 strike here. 2 away in the bottom of the first innings after Manawatū had applied 2 runs in the top of the first.
Then Franklin got to come back tough especially after the loss against Counties today. So, you know, they're probably walking in here and going, oh, yeah, we're playing Manawatū. But obviously, you know, each team on its day, you've still got to come and play. You're not going to turn up and take the W straight away. So it's great to see. And then Callum Cribbs, he ain't going to make sure that he's going to keep them tied down. If he keeps that drop ball in the location that he's keeping it at, it's great to see.
Zed McFarlane warming up on deck. He was the one with the big home run in the earlier game against Counties Manukau. This one pops up. And Texas League to centre field for young Xavier Haddon.
Ko puta e rua. Ko tai mai te kainga, Sebastian McFarlane.
Starting catcher for Franklin. Normally he's getting a start at third base in this game as Tuhuru will take over the catching duties. Bunters down. And Manawatū playing some good defence as well, Bevan.
Some great D there, Chopper. And it's quite surprising that the number 4 hitters come up. The coach is like, come on. You know, the number 4 and he bunts. But hey, any way you can, Chopper, you get on. So, but great defence, like you say, from Manawatū.
Sure is indeed. 2 runs to nil, Manawatū leading after 1 complete over Franklin. We'll stay with you and we'll give you the lineups the flip side away now. So let's introduce the Franklin defensive lineup. Bevan.
So Franklin behind the dish. I will go in the outfield. So right field, Nathan Williams. Centre field, Joshua Vivian. and left field Caden Tifioro. So that's the outfield for Franklin. Xavier Haddon at shortstop, Sebastian McFarlane at third base, second base Ryan Moga, and first base is Henry Chapman. Behind the dish is Mason Turu, and doing the pitching, Te Mihai Hepi.
And offensively now for Manawatū, they're batting lineup.
So the person that's going to lead us off for Manawatū, hitting in the 7 spot, is Isidore.
Yeah, I reckon it's all sided, yeah.
Heatley, Joseph Porra, and Manaki Paripa. Other first 3 hitters coming up. Then top of the order, Baxter Walker, London Point and Guide, Henare Herbert, Aidan Hayema, Callum Cribb, and Joshua Belcher, who's hitting 6.
Well, there you go. There's the 2 teams fully introduced to you here in this 3 p.m. matchup here on day 1 of competition at the Under-17 Boys National Championship. And Manawatū have got off to a flyer with 2 runs in the top of the first innings. As you can see on the scoreboard, that is the score right now. Bunt is down.
Yeah, but
Foul ball though.
He tino pai a Manawatū. He patu te poro. Just getting bat on ball, Chopper. They're not trying to do anything spectacular or swinging for the fence. The any way means impossible. They're just putting bat on ball and keeping it in play.
I know they say it's an old adage, get the basics right and you'll have a successful day, but it's true, isn't it?
Correct. You know, you got to be able to have those basic fundamentals down pat. You know, doesn't matter what it is, whether you're fielding or batting, you still got to do those basic fundamentals very well to be successful in our game. Of Poiuka.
This one's up in the air.
Yeah.
Tracking for it, and that'll go foul just in front of our first base camera rider. Fitzy's in the house down there today for us. With Corey Bartley in the house doing the scoreboard on this one. Of course, myself, Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper, with Bevan Martini in commentary for you here in this match. Slow roller up the middle. It's a good one though. And Manawatū again, another base runner on, Bevan.
Yeah, well, you know, we talked about basic fundamentals, Chopper. You know, with that, they've just come up and got their hits straight back up the middle. You know, there's no defence anywhere possible as you try to teach any softballer. You know, you hit the ball back up the middle, you're always going to get a safe hit.
This one comes through the kitchen sink.
Joseph Potter.
Joseph, is he related to Palace Potter, you think?
I'm not too sure.
I know Pally and the Te Aroha girls have been heading up to Hutt to provide some softball coaching up there over the last couple of years, involved in the secondary schools last year as well. And I think it might be Joseph as a younger brother. Of course, playing his representative softball for Manawatū as he's living at Hutt and playing in the Manawatū competition for Hutt. So, makes sense.
You know, when you go back to a few years ago, Chopper, Hutt when they were strong in the sports and that, Manawatū was strong too. So, you know, that's definitely the school's picking up and Māori whānau are back there supporting Hutt.
Fantastic indeed. As we see that one just pop out for the first out here. And time called by Hepi, the pitcher. Is the number 9 hitter, second baseman, Manaki the Rapira. Will step in to go to work here for Manawatū. Trying to bring that hot top of the order back up. Off and running on the pitch.
Right.
And they can steal the bases too.
Yeah, pai.
Wow, Manawatū.
Yeah, doing the basic fundamentals again, Chopper. You know, you get your number, you get your hitter to square around, fake bunt, steal, it's called. He tino pai rawa atu.
I'll tell you what, Manawatū have come to play here today. You can see that straight away, can't you?
Right. tika to kōrero chopper.
A little bit of hustle out on the bases.
And they're doing things quite well too in Manawatū chopper. They've started up the Rangatahi League where it's on a Thursday night.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
You know, and it's mixed grade and it's all from in that whole category. They come in and play for an hour. And obviously, you know, when you see these guys turn up with the opportunities that they got, as well as a school competition and then playing on a regular Saturday, obviously it's showing off, paying dividends here.
Back to the action now. Top of the second innings. Bunt is down, it's a good one.
Tēnā pai.
Out of first base. Well, he will move him over to third in the same play though.
Ai, aha ko he te Pounamu chopper.
Aye.
He, you know, put in there in that bunt. That base runner's only just metres away of getting their third run, and then obviously top of the order's coming up here, so definitely great work by the coach, making the most of what he can do to get his team up as many runs as they can.
Now, Bevan, you mentioned about this Rangatahi League that they're starting in Manawatū. I got a chance to catch up with Waikato's coaches, Brendan Rogers and Doug Quintel, and they're talking about them starting to build again in the youth. One bit of advice I gave them, just throw the rule book out. Don't worry about the rule book, don't worry about the who has to play for who or registration this or whatever, just let them play.
Just to get them turn up and play, and it's great to see, you know. And you're definitely going to get the older ones coming back to help and support, because you know there's no rules, and as past players, all we want to see is people continue playing the game that we love to play, and you're definitely going to put back as what someone else put into you as well, you know. So it's great to see.
It is indeed. It is indeed. Just the way like Manawatū's playing right now. This perch just misses the top of the zone. Tino tata.
Hai. E tino pai te karua Baxter Walker. Alright, he's doing well. Seeing the ball well. He was the one that first crossed the plate, old Baxter. So, base hit here, drives in another run. Right.
Outside. Again, as you mentioned, a good eye.
Aye.
The better.
Yeah. E tino pai te karu.
Tino pai te karu. That sounds way better than good peeps. I remember hearing that the first time. Nice peeps. I'm like, what?
Oh, way apa.
Deep fly ball down the left field line. Baxter Walker, starting centre fielder for Manawatū here today. He has come with his A game.
He's doing it.
This one's up.
Right.
Looking for that third out. It's a fly ball with ice on it. They're taken in the end by Franklin's second baseman, Ryan Mogg. And a job well done. More importantly for Franklin, they kept them scoreless after the 2 runs they scored in the first innings. We're all done through 1.5. Bottom of the second coming up next. It is Manawatū leading 2-0.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
Nau mai hoki mai, ki te poi uka, a Manawatū, e rua Franklin kore.
2 runs to nil, Manawatū leading Franklin here. Bottom of the second innings. We're going to bring in a young superstar shortly into the booth from the Waikato team. So stay tuned
E
for
piko e tani wha, e piko e tani wha.
that. Too much. Yeah, that won't be too
Te
far
kuini.
away. Leading off here, the designated player, Shane Walker. And he dunks one in, trying to leg it out.
E pai.
Clean bit of heels there to beat that off into a double lead off here for Shane Walker. The pitcher now here, P, who'll get a chance to come in next.
Great opportunity here for Franklin to keep one back. Will be an opportunity for to advance the runner or drive the ball to score the run. Right. E poro ki waho. E rua.
Well, fantastic indeed, and thank you for tuning into these live images from Fraser Ballpark here in Lower Hutt, the home of the Hutt Valley Softball Association. Day one competition here. This one off the leg, looking to make the out. Not off the leg, they will get the out. Manawatū just keep on playing the game well.
Ai, e tino pai.
That brings us a chance to bring in our guest here into the booth, Jose Walker from the Waikato team. Kia ora.
Tēnā koe, Jose. Ko wai koe, no he koe.
Ko Jose tōku ingoa, e huri au no Ngāti Maniapoto, te nehe nui, me te whakatōhea.
Oh, tēnā koe. So, welcome to the Hutt. First time in the Hutt, or you've been here before to play?
We played last year for the under-19s.
Oh, good play.
Oh, you played 19s last year? And you still got 17s this year? This is their passport, eh?
Hey.
Awesome, man, awesome. What is it about softball that you like, Jose?
Just the whole feel of the game, you know. I was just at the ballpark every weekend as a kid, every summer. So it's just part of my life, really. And my parents, they just forced me to play. So I guess I like it that much that I just love to play.
So your parents played too? Did they play?
Yep.
Play for Waikato?
Mum played in Waikato.
So whose mum's name? What's their names?
Kylie Bryant.
Yep.
And Dad, Brady Walker, he just started a couple years ago. Playing in Waikato also for Fairfield Otorohanga United.
Fairfield, eh?
Fairfield,
Yeah.
sort
The
of
food.
brings
Whānau team, yeah.
Too much.
Robbie Niha. E te rangatira.
Who's that guy?
Ko wai koe. Ko wai ia.
Nah, that's my uncle, don't let him see this.
Hang on, kei hui taku wai a pukoro.
Oh no.
Oh no, you're good. You come from definitely great genes and that. You know, obviously it's strong. Waikato were very strong back in the day, and it's great to see that you guys are turning up to the 19s and 17s to play. So how is the competition back home?
Well, it's coming back. We got a few new teams, more competition.
And did you like your, so you obviously got Fairfield Otorohanga. There's Melville. Is there Melville? And
Not anymore now. We've got Fairfield Otorohanga, we've got Selfnet Men's.
Oh, yeah,
and
Selfnet, yeah.
They've also got a development team under 15s.
Awesome.
Legacy Taniwha, I believe.
oh yeah.
Marlins. Yeah, we got
Oh,
a
that's good.
good little comp. So
Obviously, it was strong way back in the day with the ace that we had for New Zealand, Kevin Hurley in Cambridge.
yes, so I've been told.
Yeah. But no, it's great to have you here and great to see that you're enjoying it and still ticking away. You got anything to shout out to whānau back home or they're watching?
Nah, I need to go for a swim. It's bloody hot.
Tino wera ne?
I've been told you fellas don't swim in your rivers. Mate.
Oh, they swim here. I'm actually not from here. I'm from Taranaki, but by all accounts, these are further along the awa. There's a swim hole that they do. But
Just down here, it's called Shore Rock. Look for that one, Shore Rock. It's in the river, not far from here. Ask Naomi. That's they named it after their family. Shore Rock, they call it. Apparently, it's got a good bomb hole there. The monies.
Oh yeah.
How's your monies?
Nah.
You're the only Māori I know who can't money. What's going on?
Oh, I can't talk.
Oh, fair
I
enough.
got too much. My abs are too big.
Yeah.
They won't let me crunch.
what position do you play, Jose?
I'm catching this tournament.
Me?
Very, very hot in that hole.
Yeah.
It is behind there. But it's not a position that everyone loves to play.
No.
But it's the most enjoyable position because you get the ball all the time.
Yeah, and I just had to sit there. I don't have to move around as much as these other fellas.
Jose, I don't know if you know, but the man sitting to your right, Bevan Martinez, used to play for the Black Sox. Guess what position he used to play?
Catcher.
Yeah?
Oh.
Tell you what, he had this technique when someone would come sliding into home, and because you know how they've got all the momentum when they're running into home plate? He had this technique to drop to his knees at the last second and stop them dead. They couldn't even get to the home plate, mate.
I've been waiting to do that.
Oh, there you go. Well, if you get a chance, you ask Bevan Martini how you go about perfecting that art, because not many catchers can do it.
Just drop the shoulder.
It's interesting though, Chopper. You know, rules have changed,
Yeah.
and it's quite interesting how they're protecting the runner. There's a lot of things that have changed. So, but you know, there's means and ways of how you go about it nowadays. I've had plenty of time to think about where to position myself if I was still playing.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, you got to give the base runner to see all corners of the plate. So, you know, obviously where I used to set up used to be on the front corner of the box, but you know, obviously that would be blocking the base now in today's society. So my thoughts, and this is my thoughts only, Chopper,
Are you listening, Jose?
is
I'm buzzing.
to stand straight on top of the plate, Chopper. You know, just back a bit and have because you're showing all the corners.
Yeah.
As soon as you get the ball, then you can drop and just go for it and have fun. Instead of you don't have to move. As long as your team can throw you the ball and you don't have to move, then all you're doing is catching and just dropping straight on the plate. So that's my thoughts anyway. I don't know how to get about it, but
Oh, these some flash buttons you got here. I've been looking at it. Can I push one of the buttons? I've been looking at them for ages.
Hey, look, I tell you what, Rangatahi these days, you better run all these machines twice as good as us, easy in about 5 minutes. So, all good.
Spaceship.
Yeah, Jose, I know you guys have got a busy schedule. We've had a couple of games today. We want to thank you for coming along and spending some time with us today here in the booth, and wish you and your team, Waikato, the best for the tournament.
Thank you for having me.
Karawe.
We'll find out if you work on those monies, eh? Next time we catch up with you. There you go, Jose Walker from the Waikato team here, popping into the booth, passing on his look at what softball looks like for him. Second year here, because he was at the under-19s last year. How cool indeed. And an out for first base that can't quite stick, and as you see, Franklin, well, they managed to convert a run out of it as they keep on running here, Franklin. And the bottom of the second innings has been a good one, Bevan. They've picked up 4 runs now.
Yeah, they've just jumped into it. They haven't overpowered the ball. You know, they've got base runners on and they're just making contact. They're doing what Manawatū are doing, putting the pressure on the field, and just basic fundamentals are hurting Manawatū at the moment, that's all. But doing really well.
Fantastic indeed. And a swing and a miss there, and another pitch from the starting pitcher here, Callum Cribb. Had a great first innings, run into a bit of a speed bump here, Bevan. But if he can settle down and get the last out, Manawatū is still swinging the bats.
Ai, tūraki wawata. Te kai rākau, Xavier, he wish he could get that one back for swinging like that.
Fastball allow the run in. Right. Well, the runner goes back here. It must have hit the batter, so a hit pitch will put him down to first base, and that'll bring up the catcher now, Zeb McFarlane. Well, the Manawatū boys have blessed us with another player to come into the booth. You see McFarlane getting ready for
Waikato, chopper.
Sorry, from Waikato. And joining us here, and for a quick chat, is Haki Cooper from the Waikato team. Kia ora, Haki. Fantastic. Haki, you've had a couple of games today already. You took on Hawke's Bay and Southland today. How did you feel day one, getting your first games under your belt?
Well, this is actually like my second nationals.
Yeah.
Like ever. The first game was alright. I was just getting off my nerves, and then the second game went quite well for me in particular.
Well, tell us a little bit about it.
Let's see. In my second game against Southland, my first at bat was a triple, so I was really happy about that.
Nice, nice.
And I got a few outs as well. Caught out at my position is a first baseman, right outfield.
No, that's good. So, Haki, Cooper, you're not related to Te Kirika Makola Cooper, are you, at any chance?
I am.
Are you?
Yep.
Bloodlines. Great to see you. Hopefully he may be able to pop out and come along and see you guys play today. Obviously based himself here in Wellington, but obviously, what school do you go to?
I attend Hamilton Boys High School.
Hamilton Boys. Very prominent boys' school for rugby. Now league, I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
League.
Glad you brought that up. Yeah, I saw the Warriors have got them rocking and rolling.
Great to see too. Great to see. Makes, I don't know, you probably got 3,000 boys at your school. Be close, or 2,500, and great to see that Hamilton boys have opened up the door for rugby league to get in there. Give all boys the opportunity to play. Bit of code. Great to see.
Oh, well, that'll do us. As you see, the strikeout there, Cribb does bear down and limits the damage. 4 runs coming for Franklin. They lead by 2 going into the top of the third. We'll be back shortly. More with Haki Cooper.
Hi and welcome to Te Rao Toa. Kia ora, my name's Pinamo Praise.
Kia ora, I'm Neil from Vibe.
Tēnā koutou, welcome to Te Rao Te Raukura.
It's going to be an awesome day.
This year is the 25th year of Te Rao Te Raukura.
Te Rao Te Raukura is a celebration of our people and enjoying summer days.
It's a good chance to get together, really. That's a big part of it. It's all whānau friendly.
Incredible community event that brings together so many different diverse people.
This festival where people just come together, there's a whole lot of awesome kai, a whole lot of awesome entertainment.
Peace, love and harmony. The Raukura signifies peace and happiness. It's a Māori proverb that was brought down by tipuna from a very long time ago. And basically our day, Te Rao Te Raukura, is all about sharing that love. Aroha nui ki te tangata.
Uplifting Lower Hutt and the wider community in general, coming together and just having a whole lot of fun.
Celebrating all things Wellington, Lower Hutt, the whole region itself.
Today is important so that we get to remind ourselves that we need to share the love and care about each other.
Don't forget whānau, this is around the same time as Waitangi as well, so he āhua pono ki te kaupapa o Waitangi, ko tēnei o ngā whakamahinga I haere nei. It's all about...
No mai hara mai, hoki mai. Welcome back. And up to bat here we have number 9, where we at? I don't want to wait. We have Landon Point and Guide coming in, and Franklin jumped out to 4-2. We're still here with Haki Cooper. Hucky, so obviously NCAA results have come out. How'd you get on?
Quite well, actually. I managed to pass with a merit endorsed, and yeah, all around, nothing failed.
Outstanding. It's great to see. So obviously moving into year 13 or 7th form as Chopper knows.
That was good.
At Hamilton Boys, what subjects you going to be taking this year?
I'll be taking English, economics, psychology, te reo Māori, and legal studies.
Oh. And your future after your year 13 year?
After year 13, I'll be looking at either taking a break year or attending Waikato University.
Doing
Awesome.
what?
Psychology.
Psychology, your tohu. After that, psychology.
Wow.
It's great to hear. Obviously, taking te reo Māori and being in the realm of te reo Māori or te ao Māori, psychology, comes with a different philosophy coming into it. So, how does that work for you?
Well, yeah. What's it called? Taking that into account, I want to try and immerse myself in both te reo Māori and different perspectives on how things are. And so I can cater to all.
Tino pai tō whakaro.
Oi.
Kia kaha tō mahi.
Very, very cool. Hucky Cooper here joining us from the Waikato U17 boys team on day one of competition. They had 2 games today, Hawke's Bay and Southland. Ripped themselves a triple in the Southland game and a couple of really good outs. It's fantastic to see. And now, as you can hear, he's going to be a scholar as well.
He obviously can't wait to under 19 boys next year.
Yeah.
Chopper.
Why is that?
Hucky?
I'll be looking forward to verse my cousin, Polder.
Because you're first cousins,
Polder.
aren't you? With Polder TK. Yeah, watch out, Polder, watch out. Hucky's coming for you.
Yeah.
High bouncer, tough play here. The hands are good, the throw's just a smidge offline. And as you see in the background there, Manawatū will convert a run. Only 1 in it now, 4 runs to 3.
No, he tino pai. Aiden, just bat the ball again, put the pressure on the field. Obviously, they weren't able to convert Franklin and the runner coming in, or Hinare coming in across in the plate.
Big part of this Manawatū team today has been the pitcher, Callum Cribb. He gets a chance to bat now. And first pitch, he punches it. Runners are still going to third.
Ka pai.
And
Hair pai.
Simply outstanding. Cribb doesn't muck around. First pitch he sees, he blasts it to centre field. And we see the young man at third base, Haima, just lying down. But boy, oh boy, Manawatū are not lying down here, Bevan.
No, and it's great to see great aggressive base running there by Aiden, going from first to third. And obviously, with Callum Cribb right behind, he was looking for a double straight off the bat. So great aggression, great heads up base running from both base runners.
Hucky, I can tell you're a person who thinks about things, processes things. The game of softball, I guess every game you play is a chance to learn something. What's some of the things you've personally picked up just in today's play in your 2 games?
I guess, what's it called? I always look forward to backing up first base if I'm playing as right outfield. And then I'll try and see what I can do where I am at first base. Regardless of if I'm not even getting the ball, I can see what I need to do in order to secure it out. Because that's what softball's all about, isn't it? It's not just recognizing what you're doing, it's what everyone else is doing as well.
Could have said that better myself, Bevan, as we see Manawatū with a squeeze play to convert the tying run to come in here in the 3rd innings. What a play. What a call.
Yeah, great opportunity there, and a close play at first base too. But, obviously, he did his job, Joshua Arawa mate, Belcher, to squeeze that base runner in. Tie it up.
That's a question for you, Hucky. So with the runner at 3, and if you drop that bunt down and the runner's taking off that squeeze play situation, do you like that play?
I don't know, really. It just depends on how I feel.
Yeah.
Always eager to go whatever's there. A play's a play.
Nice. Fantastic.
So you were saying earlier when we were talking off air, Haki, you had an operation and you sort of had to take a break from sport and all the rest of it. How's the operation? How's that been, and where does that fit now, your knee?
So far, what's it called? Isn't like the details of the operation?
Yeah, so what happened?
So I just injured my meniscus. It was just a running accident. I had suddenly stopped and my knee popped out. The operation itself was to realign my kneecap and take a bone fragment out.
Wow.
And everything. How long ago was that, Haki?
That was in late October.
Oh, last year?
Yeah.
Well, it's great to have you back here on the Diamond, to be honest
with you.
Here. Yeah. Great to have you back here, and obviously you've done the rehab and you looked after your body to be able to get back and play.
For Waikato, of course.
Yeah. E piko e taniwa, e piko e taniwa.
Oh, fantastic. Haki, I know you guys have got a schedule and the team will be departing to go and do your things to get yourself set up for tomorrow's match. Tomorrow's game for you guys, I'm just having a look at the schedule here. You've got Canterbury first, and then you take on Wellington. Two powerhouse associations. What would be some of the things you guys will be looking to achieve tomorrow?
Do what we can. Just do your job. Nothing more, nothing less. All I ask for my team is that they never give up on what we are doing to achieve what we need.
I don't know about you, Bevan, but I want a Haki Cooper in every team I've got.
Ai tika. E tino poito whakaro Haki.
Thank you for having me.
No, our complete pleasure. You see the strike out the air, that'll complete the innings, but not before Manawatū pick up a run, and I'm just going to get that score checked for you. Looks like it's 5-4, but I'll double check that in the innings break, and want to thank Haki Cooper for taking some time to spend some time with us here in the booth, and wish you and your Waikato team the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Too much. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with more action here live from Fraser Ballpark in just a moment.
We're going to have Māori getting ownership rights recognised in the taku tai moana.
So they created legislation, foreshore and CBD.
How can you allow this to happen in the 21st century?
What it is the same old faces, the Ken Mears, the Harawira families, the haters and wreckers.
It's about time we started looking to a new future.
What you can do in 50,000 turn up.
Okay. Let's go then, eh?
You want to just jump in, the dark horse?
Deep down, that's all we want. Just freedom.
You sucker. You better watch out, you fool.
I often think of my cousin.
She didn't have anyone.
She had us.
You're pretty beautiful.
Same.
Going to get you back, Mata. I promise.
Kiriata no Aotearoa, ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
No mai hoki mai. We have Manawatū 4 and Franklin 4. Manawatū come back and scored 2 runs in that innings just before, and we're heading into the bottom of 4. Bottom of 3. Arawa mai. Ano. Franklin coming in. Shane Walker AA is up to bat. The DP for Franklin.
Got off to a great start, did Walker hey last innings, drove a double to centre right field. I'm sure he'd love to do that again.
Yeah, get the ball rolling again, get them back on top. He was the one that sort of brought them back into the game, Chopper. Shane did.
Yeah.
So obviously hits in that 5 spot. Obviously, he's there for a reason as the DP. Hai, hikoi, haere ki te papatahi.
Patiently waits that one out. Does Walker Hey just as good as a double, really. Lead off runner on here. But I'll bring up to bat now the starting pitcher, Hepi, into the batter's box.
Mihai.
Pick off the first base. Hey with a Superman dive back safe.
It was great to see these young catchers throwing the ball around
Isn't
to
it?
Chopper. You know, like they're not afraid that, you know, they're just still aggressive, keeping the base runners in check to say, hey, you're not going to get the extra distance away. So it's great to see.
It sure is indeed, and we like that. They just like backing themselves.
And it's good to see. So here we have Aukairua, 2 strikes on the hitter right here. Runner on first. No. Oh, Aroa mate. 2 strikes now. Runner moves to second. Shane Walker. Hey moves to second on the pass ball. E apa. Poitahi, Aukairua. For all. Manawatū, Franklin. Great battle going on here.
Yeah, great game. Beaver, great game.
Cribb's just losing his way a bit. He's just losing a bit of control and what's from the start.
It feels like he's got enough velocity.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? Yeah, a little bit more control. I mean, he's thrown a good game anyway. Really start putting it together.
Another pass ball or wild pitch. It depends on the scorer and how they see things.
Whether they like that catcher or not.
Yeah. Interesting how things are perceived and how people see it, whether it's a hit or it's an error. Pass ball or wild pitch.
There's a tip for any of you up-and-coming catchers. Bring a packet of biscuits to the ballpark every morning and drop it off at the scorer's huts. You never know how good that is for you.
Right. Inside. Te papatahi. Te haia. Te miaia. Te ipi. Another walk, back-to-back walks, Chopper.
Yeah.
Back-to-back walks.
Like we're saying, I like his velocity. If he gets a little bit more control, he's going to put it all together here.
Right. Great work by Franklin getting that other runner across the second. Making the most of it, what they can. None out.
Yeah, the public will be pleased to know Damien Collins has just arrived, so he's going to take over commentary here with Devon. And they'll be like, whew, thank God.
Kei roto e te whare.
Oh, I'm trying to remember the guy too. One of the very first time we had Damien on here. The DJ from the States.
You've told the story enough times, mate.
Kōrero mai, Chopper.
Yeah, we see Damien is you're about to see, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't remember, he's got this really, really deep TV voice. And there's a movie called Risky Business. I tell you to Google it. There's a scene there with a speaker on the lounge floor. Damien wrote that scene, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's a good pitch. See, there's a good pitch there from Crib.
That's right.
Hey.
No, e tino pai te epa, Crib.
You said you like the drop ball. It's got good purchase.
Yeah. Keeping the ball down. He's just battling a bit to finding his way, getting his release point to how he hit it in the first 2 innings. So he's doing well. probably better just to put that rise ball in his pocket for just this innings only and stick with his drop ball just to keep him, get his rhythm back in the game. But he's doing well. Great battle though by Callum Cribb.
Tight ball game here for a
Hikoi anō.
And as you mentioned, you just can't give away those free outs. Well, don't worry about free outs. The big guy is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Lay your speaker on the floor because Damien Collins is taking over here with Devin Martini. Kia ora, Damien.
Kia ora, Chopper. Thanks, mate. Now, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Fraser Park. Home sweet home. The original home of softball, if you didn't know. Well, at least what I tell everyone.
Yeah. Great to see you.
Great to see you too.
Great, you know. So, what have you been up to, mate? Because you were with Hutt Valley Softball, and then you ventured away from it. You did an outstanding job for Hutt Valley Softball, and now you've moved into a different, probably the thing that you love more than softball.
No way, no way.
Tell us about it. Tell us what's going on.
Oh no, 2.5 years at Hutt Valley Softball was one of the development managers there with Lauren Parker, and just needed a break, bro. Like, been living at 24/7 for the last 3 years, and now I'm with basketball. So Wellington Capital Basketball Trust. Here we used to share a building with Softball New Zealand. Good to see those World Championships finally appreciated around the provinces these days, because it was heartbreaking walking past all those every day and no one looking at them and appreciating them. So it's pretty cool. But no, it is a passion. It's a hobby of mine. I've always been a basketball fan. I've been the Wellington Saints announcer for the last 9 years. But definitely being away from softball, it's definitely made me realise that my passion is softball, and it's great to be back here at Fraser Park.
And obviously doing some outstanding stuff with your club up there with Tōtara Park, TP. I've done on the blue and gold.
You have. I have that photo.
Many moons ago.
Yeah. I think when I sent you that photo, we pointed out the 83 Mirage behind you guys or something at Haitatai Park. Went back to my junior club about 7 seasons ago or whatever, and just saw that we've got the biggest junior club in the region, you know. So, but there was no pathway. They weren't staying. They were going down to Fraser Park. Hard hit ball to right field. Drives in one run from Franklin. Am I doing the play-by-play now?
Yeah, you're it.
Sweet.
You're the voice.
You just started interviewing.
You're the voice, mate.
It's so what number are we up to? Number 48 on your program.
So Tyler Matthews is coming to replace Callum Cribb on the mound for Manawatū. Come in, and then we just had Caden Te Fioro driving a run.
Absolutely. Well, Nathan Williams, the right fielder, up to bat. Sees his first delivery down low. Yeah, just going back to the club, mate. Very proud. Both women and men went up to Premier 1 this year. So, on good ways to hopefully be around for a while.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, but
foul ball back to the turf behind us here at Fraser Park. Glorious day. Good to see the barbecues set up behind us. About time they set up the barbecue just behind us.
Putting your pies in the oven for Chopper.
Plus, he's probably got about 20 people bringing him a bit of seafood and whatnot. Another foul down third base, getting it early. Bottom of the third, Franklin and top. Franklin, Beaver, you must be impressed with what their region's been doing recently.
They're doing very well up there for the under-19s just recently, and you know, to have the facility that they've got up there, 3 diamonds, the clubhouse right there, you can sit at the clubhouse and watch the whole three diamonds going at it.
The container clubhouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's outstanding.
Oh, I love it.
So, but it's great to see, you know, Franklin being a part of it. Obviously a big province of counties, Manukau, that region, to split them in 2. Obviously, you know, drawing numbers, people to-ing and fro-ing, but obviously when you go up there in the Bombay Hills, you know, it's growing. It's getting bigger and bigger. I remember when Wesley College was the only one out there in the country, the paddock. Oh.
Hard shot to centre field, going deep. to the fence on the full. It's going to bounce back one, scoring one. All of them rounding. He's going to be waltzing into third base, does Henry Chapman off the hard shot to the back fence at centre field here.
Yeah, great ball right there. Obviously into the wind. Ball held up a bit, but nice line drive for Henry, scoring all those base runners.
Now we're back to the top of the shop here.
Oh, Nathan, another one, mate. Franklin just jumping out now. They struggled a bit, but they're just jumping out there. They were behind before you arrived. 8-4. Yeah, 8-4 now.
Centre fielder Joshua Vivian in to bat as we catch up with the list. Going to be dead ball hitting that back left foot. Going to have runners on the corners, does Franklin. 8-4 up here in the bottom of the third.
Might have missed one. That might have been.
I think we did.
That might have been Ryan that
Yeah.
drove in those runs. So I think it might be one out. One out. Runners on first and third.
Yeah, Franklin, good hosting of 19s this year. Popped up for foul. That's going to go past the fence.
Xavier hadn't.
But
Yeah,
they were beaten finalists in last year's 19s here at Fraser Park, so they're definitely onto a good thing.
I'll tell you what, the weather up there, unbelievable.
Yep.
9 o'clock in the morning, it was like 25 degrees. It's too hot.
I was the manager of the Hutt Valley side a couple of years ago with the 17s. Hard final against Wellington. Different result that day. We went unbeaten. Big shot to in between 7 and 8. One bounce to the fence. He's going to be waltzing into third as well. Scores another couple runs. Maybe on Franklin's good luck charm here.
Yeah, it could be. Waiting for the voice to arrive.
Well, we couldn't keep listening to two catches, mate. I mean...
We're trying our best. We were giving a few tips to young catchers
Mate,
that were coming in.
I would have sat here and listened to you guys as well. Maybe not Chopper, but definitely you, Beaver. How's your role going, mate?
Busy.
Yeah?
Very busy, but very good. Obviously, next week the White Sox have got a training camp. I think it's first squad for Craig Wallace and his
Of course.
Stephen Ratu and
Yep.
Mel Giddings and their crew.
Not a bad lineup.
Coming in. Great to see. Obviously, they were supposed to head across to Australia to play qualifier, but obviously with only New Zealand and Australia bidding for it, Australia said, no, we don't need to play. So they've actually qualified for group stage.
Yep.
They'll go through as second in Oceania, which is good to see. And then obviously for, it's a start of a build-up for them next weekend here in Hutt Valley, their camp.
Cool.
So it's great to see. Be great to see them.
I know we're a user-pay sport, mate, but, I'd love to see one day an annual Trans-Tasman, whatever, rugby's got the Bledisloe, et cetera, so why do we only have to play Australia when it's a qualifier? Why can't we just play them more?
We're
money.
trying to.
I know money's money, but...
We're trying to. So obviously the Black Sox went across there for the Canberra Skins.
Yep.
And so to give you a bit of a background, the last time...
Oh, he's going.
And Tino Tere, Xavier.
He'll get another one.
Yeah, he's so fast.
Absolutely.
Young man.
I feel like I've seen that name around for years and it's still only under 17s.
So the last time that the Black Sox played Australia and vice versa was 18 years ago. It was my last time I played. It
Oh,
was
wow.
Commonwealth Games in Melbourne, 2006. So that's the last time that New Zealand has played Australia. So obviously it'll be great to have more. Obviously the 23s have got a qualifier coming up and sort of sent the message across to Australia, we still want you to come. Bring your 18 men's team as well. And let's play some games, get used to playing each other again or what it used to be like. Come across for a weekend.
Yep.
We can still get 5 games in. And it's going to suit everyone because when you look around the world, you got the Americas.
Another big shot to centre field. This time, Baxter Walker's under it for Manawatū to get the outs.
Yeah.
That's 2 down.
And you look at, the Americas and Europe, they're playing every year in their competition. And if we don't play each other, we're going to continue to fall behind in the world, because obviously rankings become a massive part in it now. And obviously, if we're not playing, we're not getting any ranking points. And then when you look at Americas and Europe, 22 teams in Europe and 10 to 15 in Americas that are playing, they're going to, whether they finish 4th, 5th or 6th, they're going to get more points than what we're going to get. So we need to continue to play. Obviously, the point ranking system's not just for our 2 top teams. It goes all the way. So for our women's program, it's under 15 girls, under 18 women, and our women's team is how the ranking points go for that. And on the men's side is our under 18 boys, 23 men, and our Black Sox. So the more times we get to play as an international, it's okay to go away and play on a tour, but if we're not playing internationals and friendlies, you still get points. But finding those tournaments that do have those, like Canada Cup for the young woman to go up there, our White Sox, to go up there, there's points up for grabs for that up there, so it's not as much, but at least they're gaining for points. So heading back into Canada Cup for our women's team, our White Sox.
So let's talk about those points for a second, because it used to be you just go to a World Cup and dominate and take home a trophy, or you didn't. So what do these points reflect? I mean, is it seedings at these qualifiers? Like, what do they actually mean, mate? Do we put it on the wall like, guys, we've got 200 points? Like, yeah.
Well, things have changed since it went from ISF and WBSC. So obviously WBSF come into it. That's baseball and softball come together.
Yeah, of course.
Trying to generate a point system, but I can guarantee you now,
these balls are getting their workout, heading to their back fence as Franklin with these power hitters. Another one for them, the designated player, stepping up and crushing it to the back fence, stands up at seconds.
So even though, like the Black Sox were 10th going into their campaign last year, into the group stage in Canada, the people in the park still believe New Zealand is the team to, the country
100%,
to watch out for. So, like, doesn't matter if it's 10th, or 11th or 30th for our women. To play New Zealand is something that the rest of the world always vies for, and are very careful, to be honest with you, Damien, around that, of knowing that the history that we've had. But we still got to go out there and perform. We still got to go out and do the business. The history is history, and it's given us the platform of where we are today. But we still have to go out there and produce across those lines and stay competitive.
Absolutely. 7 world championships for the men, 1 for the women. 1982, great year that one. A lot of people have caught up to us, of course, but it's great to hear that we are still feared around the parks. You've been in an era, Beaver, where it literally was that you'd walk onto the into the park and people turn heads. So, obviously you being in the role now, it will be someone with that mana that hopefully we can get back to that stage.
Yeah, well, we just got to put things in place and make sure that it's viable. And if we're doing it, our players are gonna.
Hard hit shot down third base. Gonna hit left field. With Happy going into second base for another stand-up double. These Franklin boys are enjoying hitting to the outfield. But did I just see a steal with 8 runs up?
Mate, it's 8.
Just checking.
It's
early days in the tournament. Things will be learnt at their
Oh, it's all development and it's all education.
Absolutely.
It's, and that's what it is, As a coach, he's probably like, hey, it's getting hot out here. We want to finish as quick as possible. So, those sorts of things happen. But obviously, as time goes on, education comes into it and understanding the game of softball, about it. But, you do those sorts of things.
It's a very cool age group, this under 17, and Nationals is always a fun time for probably the first time for some of them to get away. And that's going to be the third out in the bottom of the third here, but not before a heap of runs. I'd love to tell you exactly how much. But remember, I came in halfway through it.
Well, they scored at least 6, I'd say. They've come in and 8-4, it might have been. They've scored a bunch of runs, so they put themselves in a good position.
When the radio's on and the sound is hot, you just have to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds like the best every day of the week. Better than all the rest. We let the music speak. All the best throwbacks, 90s and more. Atiawa Toa. All the best throwbacks.
Tēnā koutou tamariki mā.
Ono mai ki tamariki ha.
Mai mai ia.
Download Māori Plus. Download it, download it, download it. It's easy. Free. Koiko! Kakavana. Tanuchu. Te Pāmakuana. Island of Mystery. Bungana. Tūhura. Ono mai ki tamariki ha. Download Māori Plus. Please, Mum.
Nau mai hoki mai ki te Sorensen. Whenua, Diamond 1. Welcome back. Manawatū versus Franklin. Franklin taking the massive jump out in the last innings. 12 runs to 4 for Manawatū.
Into the game now is the replacement player, number 36, Tyler Matthews. Is going to lead off here for Manawatū. Sees a second pitch outside. Top of the fourth here. Manawatū. How are they going to answer back from the hot sticks of Franklin in the last innings? Fouls that off down low.
It'd be great to see Manawatū fight back here. But obviously, Te Maihai He's done a great job on the mound there for Franklin. Even though he got behind there early, he sort of stuck at it. And his offensive teams come in and given some bunch of runs for him to stay out there.
Hard shot. And it will drop just in before right field. Williams out there for Franklin. So Tyler Matthews coming into the game and getting on base, which will bring up
Manaki Rapira,
the second base here for Manawatū. Chopper just adjusting the camera there on tiptoes.
He's put it up quite high, actually,
for him.
Himself.
For him, yeah. For him, it's high. Bevan, we talk about Franklin's rise. When I was growing up, the association that was pretty handy was Taranaki, mate. So how do we get that province back on the map?
Oh, a bit of work today. It's been dormant.
Granted, there was a Hazley Martin chucking bullets against us, so you might know him.
He's back home now. He's brought his whānau back home in Taranaki, so he's back there. He actually's been out for a pitch. They had iwi or par walls, as you call it. They had softball. They had 8 iwi, and they all put in a team. And
Wicked.
he got on the mound again, still rolling his arm over with the Tyler Ravens and those boys that you played against.
Yep.
So it was great to see.
Oh, very cool. Manawatū still second base. Looking to be aggressive here early in the top of the fourth. Claw back a few of those runs that they gave up in the last innings. And as I say that, the KC's called.
Tū teko ana. Ko tai mai a Baxter Walker back to the top of the order for Manawatū.
Runner in scoring position here.
Tino pai te epa.
Clipping that corner. Utilising all 17 inches of that home plate.
So we're probably, Taranaki's probably at that stage of starting at the younger ages.
Yep, cool.
And building from there. There's a few teams that are in Hawara, which is about 45, 50 minutes away from New Plymouth.
Yep.
They've got a few teams and they're down in Wanganui playing.
Cool.
So yeah, it's good to see, but obviously, you know, there's a lot of people that don't want their kids to play cricket.
My parents were those parents. A hard hit shot down the hot corner. And Tyler Matthews goes from second to third to get back one of those runs there for Manawatū, taking them to 5.
Just crawling their way back in. Manawatū and Baxter, Walker coming up there with the base hit there out to left field. So obviously Baxter was their first run.
Lachlan Utonga at the plate now, and Manawatū keeping that aggression on to steal second.
Keeping their hopes alive. Making the most of every opportunity that they can.
Well, the great thing about this age group is the energy that they play it with. And you know they're going to swing the bat, and you know they're going to run those bases as much as they can. And they haven't got the luxury of a designated runner in this grade.
No, they don't need it.
Not allowed it. But yeah, true, they don't need it.
I'm going to say, jeepers. I got asked that question. So here's a question while the coaches call time out here. So I got asked, how come at under 19s, under 17s, there's no DR? I said they are athletes.
Teenagers,
yeah. They're teenagers. Yeah. They should be able to run from home to first and around the bases. They're at that age, make them run. Mind you, I see our top athletes, which is sort of, I don't like, having the DR at NFC and our top athletes getting the DR to go out and run for them, where they're heading off to a World Cup or group qualifier. They need that base running is a huge part of what they need to do.
Yep. So
with my high performance head, I don't like that situation where a team uses a DR and our top players in Aotearoa are getting substituted where they need to be at their base running and learning, because at a World Cup.
Good bunt down third base. Will drive. Sacrifice will get their runner to Walker's now at third base in scoring position for Manawatū.
Yeah, because they don't get the, there's no DR at a World Cup, a group qualifier. So, our top athletes need to understand how to base run, what to do in base. They need to practice. So in a game situation, they need to be doing it. So
you tell them, Beavan. You tell them, mate. You tell them.
Oh, you can't.
Do you want to drop any names?
Can't flick on a switch, mate. You can't flick on.
Well,
a switch.
so at that level, no DR.
No DR at the World Cup.
So we just have it at club and reps.
Yep.
Okay. All right then.
No, can't wait.
Just drops him front of Williams out of right field will score. Walker here to have their second run here in the top of the fourth.
Henare Herbert bringing in the runner. So they're just making their way back, Manawatū. You know, nothing spectacular. They're just
claw it.
clawing their way
Yep.
back. 2 runs this inning so far. 2 outs.
Well, we know how quickly this game can change. You get a couple of base runners on and find another gap. Halves that deficit straight away. And it just goes dribbling into second base, and that will be the 3rd out, retiring 1 runner left on, but not before Manawatū add 2 to their total. They are down as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Franklin still leading this one, 12-6. Back after these.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi Can Do, Resene have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resene colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project. With creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resene to get the job done.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
No mai hoki mai. Ki te whenua o Sorensen. Back to Diamond 1. Manawatū versus Franklin. Franklin up 12-6. Pitching change for Manawatū. They've brought back in Callum Cribb. Had a bit of a break. And he's come back to keep them attached to the game.
That GoPro is fully charged. Maybe we just run a power cord for December.
Up the back, Caden, Te Whioro, in the bottom of the 4th.
And that one there. Oh, yeah, in there.
Hasn't started well at the moment. Oh, Callum, 4 straight balls there. Hikoi ki te papatahi a Caden Te Whioro.
Sorry, mate. Just had to give over the club key. People want to do extras, wanted the machine out. Some people don't use the machine, but some people do.
Oh, whatever makes you happy. And
I just, if the boys want to do extras, happy days. I'll happily hand over the key.
That's good. Nothing wrong with doing extras. Helps you out.
As the days progress, you'll definitely notice those young athletes that do put in the work for this game. Day number 1.
Day 1 of 4.
Of 4.
Full-on days.
Oh, yes. Gotta love it. Hopefully these out-of-towners haven't brought terrible weather. It's usually beautiful in the Hutt Valley. It's only tournaments that people bring it in. I think it might be Chop that brings it in, to be honest.
Oh, there's another great pitch there. Great spot there by Cullum. Just nipping that outside corner on that low rise pitch right there. And that's how he started off too, Damien.
Absolutely.
He did a great job there.
Coming in, seeing what zone he's getting from the umpire.
Little loose one right there.
That'll happen. First pitch on Sorensen Field.
Hoi toru, hoi kai rua. Full count.
Just saw Maureen around the traps. And at 80, still going strong around Fraser Park. Love it.
Stalwart.
Oh, yes. So Franklin have 2 runners on here early in the bottom of the 4th.
Back to back walks. Back to the top of the order for Franklin with Ryan Moraga. Aroa mai whānau, if I'm saying it wrong.
Moraga. Swings down the hot corner. He'll tag up for the force and try and get the double over at first.
Ka pai Joshua Belcher. Great play right there. Great read. Understand the player, what he needed to do. Take that front runner and then get across there and gun across the first. Just missing the first base. The quick foot of Ryan McGrath.
Yeah, knowing the play and being ready for it and the different situations that could happen once it gets hit down the hot corner. Tries to go that outside corner. Doesn't get the call on that one. Catcher just turns back and questions the zone. I'm sure you would have had a conversation or two behind the dish over the years.
Where it was. No harm in asking.
Absolutely.
It's like anything, you don't ask, you won't know. You won't find out. You won't get.
True that.
So, yeah.
Swung back to the screen from Beasley.
Paul Beasley in for an at-bat for Joshua Vivian.
Slow dribbler down to third, and he does make the play in time.
No.
No.
The umpire said foot off the base.
Foot off the base.
Dragged off the base. She's given it safe there for Paula Beasley. Good hustle up the line.
Yeah, Belcher in the hot corner did everything right there. Unfortunately, the foot just coming off of the first baseman.
Xavier Haddon.
That will load the bases here for Franklin. One down here at the bottom of the 4th.
He's hit the ball well this game, Xavier. Great spot right there.
He's chasing a bit there. Bottom of the 4th, 12-6 here. Haddon at bat leaves that outside for the ball.
Tino Tata. Great spot. Just a bit outside, as they say. Great spot.
He'll keep trying to nibble, bring it in a bit more. He was getting the call in his first couple of batters. Big shot for Xavier Haddon. I didn't want to jinx it before, but that is a walk-off grand slam. Did that go over the fence?
Over the
that went over the corrugated iron here at Fraser Park, ladies and gentlemen. That was a massive shot from Xavier Haddon to score the 4 runs needed. I didn't want to do the calculations because we all know when I do, it's commentator's curse. So that will be 10 runs ahead at the bottom of the 4th. Franklin over Manawatū. They're going to question it. They're going to double check with the official scorers here. And that is game, ladies and gentlemen. The walk-off grand slam home run from Xavier Haddon. Wow.
Great way to finish a game, actually.
Absolutely.
But great game by both teams. Manawatū stuck it at them right at the start. Just the power of Franklin, really, come onto the floor. Cullum sort of struggled a bit there to throw strikes when they jumped out that 12-0, 12 runs. But a great game. Way to go, Manawatū, sticking in there, still coming through with 6 runs, and obviously Franklin just overpowering them. Too strong at the end of the day.
Yeah, they didn't give up at all right until the end there, Manawatū, but Franklin get the goods here in the first day here at the Under-19 Nationals at Fraser Park. Just getting my producers just giving me the good sportsmanship from both teams, clapping the... Well, coming up next. Coming up next here on Diamond 1 here at Sorensen Field on day number 1 is the final game of the date. It is going to be Canterbury taking on Southland. Joe Friso with the call there on that one.
Hey.
But we'll wrap it up here with Manawatū versus Franklin. Thanks for joining us for this one.
No, great to have you at the park too. Great to have you here. Great to see everybody, some old faces, Mike Walsh and all the people that are around come to watch some youthful softball.
Yeah, very cool.
So it's great to see.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you sit around, coming up next is Canterbury Southland. All the best.